Don't worry, in 5 minutes, you'll know a new opening called the Queen's Gambit. The opening moves are d4, d5, and you gambit this pawn. Translation, you as white offer a pawn like it's the last piece of cake at a party. Except the name of this opening is a lie, because this pawn can easily be recaptured at any time. Mission number 2, I'm gonna show you when your friends accept the gambit and how to play the middle games in the Queen's Gambit properly. Why are we even doing this? The Queen's Gambit is about controlling the center of the board, which is like owning the remote control. Everyone wants it, but there's only one. It sets you up for a good game, unless of course you blunder your queen on move 5. Let me go back for a second. You start with d4. Black responds with d5. Gambit this pawn. Congratulations, you now know the Queen's Gambit. I was joking. At amateur level, players accept the challenge. Now develop knights before bishops. This move supports the d4 pawn. It eyes the e5 square. It exerts control over the center and prepares for kingside castling. Most players you play against will mimic your move. Now push this pawn, setting the stage for the bishop's entrance. Stop copying me. Alekhine says, I'm not. You're about to witness one of my game, considered to be one of the most brilliant game ever played in the Queen's Gambit. White's bishop captures on c4. This bishop now eyes the potentially vulnerable f7 square, a classic target in many openings. Black plays c5, challenging white's central pawn structure, undermining white's central d4 pawn. Now castle. He develops the knight, and now Alekhine moves his queen, eyeing the potentially weak square. These two moves get played, and now black challenges this bishop, trying to gain space on the queen side. This move b5 shows a willingness to engage in a battle of pawn structures and space control. White retreats with the bishop, maintaining pressure on the diagonal. Now black pushes b4, attacking the knight, but Alekhine surprised the whole chess world with this move. Black repositions the knight to a5, attacking the bishop. Do you think Alekhine lets his opponent take his dangerous bishop? Only you would make this mistake. Check, he covers. Now Alekhine captures on e6. This pawn break opens lines and creates imbalances that he'll use to his advantage immediately with one of the most beautiful moves ever played. Rook d1. It's like deploying a tank, ready to fire down the open rook. This rook isn't just moving, it's aiming. This deserves 2 or 3 brilliant. Black accepts the sacrifice. After sacrificing his knight, Alekhine sacrifices the rook. Black recaptures the rook on d7 with the knight. He advances the knight to e5. Now this knight is pinned, so his rook defends the knight, and Alekhine changes gear and plays a quiet move. Alekhine has sacrificed a rook for what exactly? Nothing more than put black in a tough spot. The black king tries to get rid of this pressure by freeing himself from this nasty pin, but now comes a very nasty trick, a powerful pawn move on e4. This pawn isn't just advancing, it's conquering. This knight can't be taken, otherwise his bishop check wins the queen. So the black knight moves here to block this diagonal. He pins the knight, this queen moves, he attacks the queen moves again, and now he brings the last tank in play. Few moves get played. Do you think black is safe now? I would agree with you if it was an Alekhine playing, because here he smashes his opponent with a crazy move. The rook is forced to take, rook takes, the king tries to escape, but simply exchanging on f6 and pushing this pawn forced black to resign. If you don't understand why, let me show you. Bishop retreats, check, king moves, check, king d8, and I'm sure you already found the checkmate in one move, right?